Hi, my beautiful friends. This is Jessica from Good Vibrations, bringing you your weekly twin flame reading. If you're new to my channel, welcome, welcome. I hope that you'll stay and become a permanent addition to the Good Vibrations community. If you would like to join me on my other platforms such as Instagram, TikTok, Patreon, please go into the description box where you can find all of my information and links to be directly connected to each platform. Before we get started, I do have a little advertisement. This is Conscious Items. Their packaging, beautiful packaging. I am currently wearing their anxiety-free bracelet set and their lunar, I believe it's a lunar positivity ring. And then we have my favorite and all-time, this is my all-time favorite, rose quartz coasters. I absolutely love these coasters. They are probably one of my most favorite items in their collection. Okay, they make wonderful wedding gifts. They make wonderful housewarming gifts. They make wonderful gifts. We are approaching, obviously, the consumer season known as Christmas. And if you would like to look into this website and this company, my Conscious Items affiliate link is in the description box as well, all the way at the bottom. Okay. Please note that you will receive an automatic 15% off if you use the link. If you just go directly to their website, you will not receive the discount unless you put in Good Vibrations 15, okay? And you have to remember, Good Vibrations is spelled with 88, not 00. All right. And they will be having a Black Friday sale that begins before Black Friday, so you can get started. You can get shopping as soon as you want to start shopping and saving, okay? This company, I really, really like this company. They plant a tree for every product that you purchase. So it's not just per purchase, it's per every item, okay? So I love that. So they do try to give back, and I really, really, really like that. As of now, this is a company that I feel has integrity, but you never know, huh? Okay, let's go ahead and get started. What we're going to look at today is we are going to look at what is your twin flame learning and at the present moment. Then we're going to look at what are you learning. And then we're going to look at what is this connection teaching you both. Okay, what is this connection teaching you both? So first, all right, my readings are non-gender. So it's, if you're a male viewer, then obviously the person is going to be the feminine. If you're a feminine, then this person is going to be the masculine energy, okay? Or it doesn't matter, remember, because you can have same sex. So it's up to you to determine if you're the feminine or you're the masculine, is where I'm trying to get at. Please remember that readings are definitely general. To experience a personal reading, I do have personal readings available on my website. Also can be found in that description box. There's a lot of healing that needs to happen on the twin flame journey. I do offer energy healing services called emotional and body coding. It's a new style. It's fairly new. It's a little bit different than, you know, Reiki, etc. It does connect you to, the body code connects you to the mind, body, and spirit. So we focus on every avenue. Okay, so before we get started, I'm going to read this passage. The twin flame journey, love, or twin flame love, does not diminish with time. No matter how much time lapses between contact, the love and connection stands firm, because it is a love and connection like nothing you have ever known before. The more that you resist it, the more persistently it will push back at you to consciously accept it. Twin souls are part of each other. There is no breaking away once you meet. Energetically, you are connected. Nothing or no one can break this connection. Your souls agreed to this bond at the beginning of time to bring each other back to source, back to love. I love the soul who has been the catalyst to so much phenomenal, positive change in my life. I adore him, I adore her, and always will. Abundant love to everyone, and infinite love and gratitude to my Mira soul. I so hope for her and his all the happiness and positive changes like I have been blessed with by having her or him in my life. Love that. Okay. And this is really true. Okay. I think that our twin, or I feel like our twin, comes into our life to teach us so many different things. I can tell you from my own experience that when I met the person that I felt was my twin flame, okay, it's kind of like the verdict's still out, okay, even a false twin will propel you forward, okay? So when I met this person, I was really shy. I was very timid. I didn't think much of myself. I didn't think that I had a lot of value to offer the world. I didn't feel like I could amount to much. Can you tell how low my self-esteem was? And it was upon meeting a person, this energy, that it propelled me forward so quickly. You know, one day I was, and not that I'm trying to connect monetary gain to this situation. It's the only example that I can show or express or share right now that left a significant imprint, because it was such a wow. Like, I never saw this coming. You know, you're talking to a person, or you're listening to a person that didn't think much of themselves, didn't think they could achieve very much, struggling from low self-esteem, not knowing how to speak her truth, how to communicate, how to be authentic, okay? You know, didn't think that she was capable of certain things, including this, okay? Including this, what I'm doing right now. I never saw this for myself, but the universe did, and that's a whole different story. They had sent me signs, but I think I was avoiding the call, okay? But I'm no longer avoiding the call, and I couldn't avoid the call once this energy stepped into my life and facilitated my heart chakra awakening, okay? Which propelled me to have faith in myself. I started out in a produce department making $10 an hour, okay? You know, just because I was bored and needed something to do, okay? 2 years later, I'm running the same store. I'm a human resource director. So I went with no experience in this industry, from $10 an hour to tripling, quadrupling my income, in 2 years. Okay, first of all, the company has a lot of nepotism in it, fraternization. I knew no one. I had no friends. I didn't really have any humans, you know, behind me trying to promote me. I was never an ass kisser. But guess what? The universe said, that's all right. We're going to open every single door for you, and you don't have to do anything. And that's exactly what the universe did. There would only be one person standing by my side, rooting for me, pushing me to move forward. Okay? That one person the universe would find, okay, to open the doors. But this was not until the facilitation and the awakening and the catalyzation of my awakening began, due to the meeting of my catalyst. All right, let's get started. And then I got here to start sharing my gifts with you. Okay, so it's a long process. It's been about 7 years. I had my catalyzation or my facilitation at the age of 40. I'm not too far from 48, so it's almost been 8 years. So we have here the 9 of coins. Remember, this is what your person is currently learning. Ooh, lovely. Oh, I like this. All right, they're learning how to definitely stand in their power, okay? Also how to do that with love, okay? The Emperor speaks of maturity, standing in your power, knowing your worth, security with the 9 of coins and the Emperor here. Independence, courageous. The Knight of Cups, self-expression, creative expression, vulnerability, sensitivity. Okay, so they're learning how to connect between earthly matters and heavenly matters, okay? From the upper worlds or the other dimensions, whatever we want to call it, this is what they're learning. And by the way, I am recording this on the 11/11 portal. So may our manifestations manifest in the physical world. Your person's also learning how to be firm, how not to abuse their power. The Emperor can can misuse their power. Okay, that's called the ego. When the ego intervenes and comes in, some people, you know, sit on their thrones of royalty, believing that they're doing the right thing, when in fact they are misusing their power. They're learning how to stand in their power, how to sit in their power, how to use their power to manifest, but from their heart space. However, there's still some work to be done, because this is only a knight, okay? He's still wearing his armor. So he's still in the training process. He's still in the learning process, and he's still, you know, on the battlefield. This person is learning how to look at themselves, how to look at their own insecurities, here in the physical world. But they're also learning how to transform them and to see those flaws and insecurities as love. To not shame themselves for the flaws that they have in their human suit. There's a lot of wisdom being gained here from this connection, from this experience, because this connection anchors in experience and wisdom. I can't even tell you how much gray hair and how quickly I had an onset of gray hair once I began my journey, my heart chakra journey, my spiritual flame journey. Okay, I don't always connect with the label of twin flame because it's just so widely misused and abused. And if you look closely at this Knight of Cups energy here, they still have all their armor on. Remember I said, it's not a fast process, okay? Horses are fast, but this is still not a fast process. This person has a really hard time being vulnerable. So this is part of, you know, the expression of their vulnerabilities, opening up a little bit, okay? They only have their face mask lifted. So they're in the beginning stages still. I know, for some of you, to hear that they're in the beginning stages and they still have the rest of their armor to take off. Yeah, it could be a while. The Nine of Coins here, which is a Nine of Pentacles, is an indication that the progress will be steady, stable, fundamental, solid. But it's going to be slow and steady. And then in the cup, you see a bunch of little white light orbs, okay? Light codes. Oh, they're receiving light codes. The light codes are all over these cards. But they can only receive a limited amount of light codes because their body, and especially, like I said, I'm recording on 11/11, and this is a portal. It's a light code. It's a gateway. Their physical body can only receive a certain amount of light codes and frequencies because they're still armored up. They're not completely trusting the universe, okay? So they're learning how to trust their own power. They're learning how to trust their own ego. They're learning not to misuse their power, not to be led by their ego. This takes a lot of patience. And what I love about this is the young lady behind the scenes, okay? So here you see the reflection of either the feminine energy or the masculine energy, you know, just alter that for your own needs. This person is a facilitator of this growth, of this wisdom, of this experience, of teaching this person how to sit in their power. And also teaching them how to not misuse their power. The mirror, the love. It is through that cup of love that this person understands this is a message from the universe. Let me love you. The universe is saying to your person, and this is what they're learning, let me love you. Universe, extending that cup of love. I'm going to move this around because I feel energetically that this is the way it should go. Let me love you. 1111. We are making forward movement and forward progress. You are now standing tall, independent, because this is also what your person is learning, is to be independently stable, okay? Remember, this is a different type of relationship. This is not the normal human type of relationship where you go to, you go and get married, ... I mean, that can be the icing on the cake for some people, okay? But the real work usually begins during the separation process. So that's usually where the people are really growing and growing and growing through the work of the shadows. I'm looking something up real quick. Okay, let's look at the feminine. What's she learning? Wow, what happened? There's like a time lapse. I was like, wait. Let me see that. Yeah. It's my notes there, reminding me what I want to touch base on. So what's the feminine energy here learning? Oh, wow. I love this energy. Wow, such beautiful energy. I'm just so floored right now with the energy. It feels so good. So, so good for the Divine Feminine. Such a beautiful energy here with the 7 of Coins, the Fool, and the 10 of Cups. Okay. The feminine is learning, first of all. She has a lot of, she's learning that she's been planting the seeds, okay? Because this is the 7 of Pentacles. This is also the feminine learning how to put in the work, okay? And the physical. She's learning to take a leap of faith, to have faith. She's learning how to ground herself, okay? Because usually the masculine energy, remember, he represents the lower chakras. He represents the solar, the sacral, and the root chakra, but the feminine is learning how to balance her masculine side, okay? And I want to bring this up. In 2012, we stepped into the Divine Feminine energy. However, it was a very exciting time. I remember I was, with my Divine Feminine, celebrating and enjoying it. But at that time, at the same time, there was a lot of women stepping very out of balance into their masculine side, okay? And a lot of feminine energies lost sight of their own feminine energy along the way, okay? So they went from, woo-hoo, we've stepped into the divine feminine, and the human ego complicated it as quickly as it could and took them out of balance into the distorted version of masculinity that we have been living in for decades, generations, and eons. Remember, the key word is distorted. And the feminine energies stepped into that distorted energy, okay, heavily as well. And they lost sight, they lost connection with their own divinity as feminines. This is the feminine recalibrating herself and coming back down to earth and connecting to her roots of feminine energy, her goddess energy. She's ready to take a risk. Now, the risk doesn't mean that this means reunion. Could, though, with that Ten of Cups energy here. But she's ready to take a risk. She's ready to explore, to go on adventures, okay? And these could be physical adventures, physical explorations, but it could be exploring things beyond, okay? Beyond this earthly realm, you know, leveling up to what is naturally hers, because the feminine energy is the upper chakras, the heart, the throat, the third eye, and the crown chakra, okay? Those are all connected to the divine feminine energy. But she's doing it in balance, because you see the branches reaching out to that Christ consciousness and to those higher consciousness, levels of consciousness. But then she's rooted. That's balance. And she has decided to stay faithful and committed, okay, to her journey, to her evolution here on earth. She's going to risk it. This is what she's learning, to take that risk, to stay loyal and committed to the path. What path? Her path as an individual. Remember, this is independence, individuality. She is also stepping into her independence and individuality. If you've been listening to me for, some time through my readings, I always speak of when people get into traditional relationships or marriages, a lot of times, especially the younger that we, decide to get into a relationship and marriage and, anchor down to that, one or both of the individuals lose themselves. Usually one partner will end up doing everything that the other partner does. If one partner is a motorcycle rider, then the other partner, even if they don't like riding motorcycles, decides, okay, I'm going to do what you're doing, okay? Codependent, okay? Your partner likes golfing. You go off and become a golfer just with them, okay? So that you can spend time with them. But if you are always giving up everything to appease your partner, to please them, and you're losing your own self-identity, losing your own interest along the way, that's not what this type of connection is. This type of connection empowers you to stand in your own individual power. And I'm going to show you why with this 10 of Cups card. This is an invitation to be authentically yourself without having to resort, giving up what you love, your own interests, your own friends, your own desires for a connection. This person, this connection holds the space for you to become the best version of yourself. Remember, what was happening to me at the beginning, being shy, low self-esteem, etc. Okay? What was happening to me after I had met the spiritual flame? I was propelled, okay, forward. The universe continuously showing me how I could stand in my power and how I had value to offer the world. That journey didn't begin until I met this person. Before that, I was a people pleaser, codependent, numbing myself through smoking and drinking and being around too many people. You know, I was everyone's counselor, setting no boundaries. People were draining me, you know, spending money on people so that they could like me or see some type of value in me, because I didn't see this value within myself. Here, this feminine, she's learning to see her value. And she's learning how to walk in her power. And she's learning how to commit to this path here in the physical realm. This masculine's working on that as well. I mean, we have the Emperor, again, knowing how to sit in your own energy, how to sit in your own emotions, how to sit in your own vulnerabilities. And by doing this, freeing yourself, becoming independent from what the human world wants from you. Okay? So there's a difference. God, your higher self, the universe, whatever higher power you feel most comfortable with, wants this for you. Remember, the universe wants for the both of you. Let me love you. So I invite you today to accept the love from the universe. You have the 10 of Cups energy here. Oh my God, and I love this card. It's just phenomenal. This is why I love this card. Do you see this woman? She's wearing a crown of butterflies, okay? And the man here wearing a white shirt, and he is behind her. He's behind her, allowing her to stand in her power. I don't even like to use the word allow. Embracing. You know what? And she's taking the limelight from him, and it doesn't matter to him because he's not in his ego. This is pure love, purity. He recognizes the purity of this connection, of this love. He understands that this type of love is transformational. This is a testament of what they've gone through. The butterflies, first starting out as that caterpillar and recognizing her light. Namaste. The light in me sees the light in you. You should see the smile I have on my face. God, I like I said, I'm feeling something totally different here. Totally emotional as well. All the cups, all the emotion, all the love. You know, he's not in his head about, you know, being, what's that term, pussy whooped, or, you know, having his leading lady overshadow him, overpower him, because he's not insecure. He's secure in himself. Okay? Only an insecure man will want to keep his person down, okay, for no one else to see. This man, this is not a coward, okay? This is a man of purity and courage that is not afraid to help his leading lady, his leading love, his soulmate, his truest love stand before him. And look at how soft she is and how she submits, because she feels safe and protected in his arms and energy. She also knows that this love transforms her and turns her into something, turns her into her authentic self, because he feels safe. She feels safe. People don't heal in unsafe environments. People heal in spaces that they feel safe, okay? The healing begins in safe spaces. Here we have two little girls. Could be an indication that you have two spirit babies out there somewhere, that you have two children together. This could also be a healing of the feminine's inner child, okay? Because remember, this is part of the process of, for the feminine energy, what's she learning through this connection? How to plan, how to plant, how to build, how to take risks, how to stay committed to her path, to her authenticity. She's learning how to have fun, how to feel safe, loyalty, happiness, joy. We have, again, like I said, the butterflies representing the caterpillar. That's when when you see your own light. And let's face it, we have the shadows, which is the cocoon stage, which is a long process. It gets really dark and gooey along the path. And then the rebirth. Stepping into the butterfly, the authentic self. Now this is kind of a long video. All right. I will probably not do zodiacs or initials during this video. Okay, just putting that out there because it's gotten so long. So let's see what you're both learning from each other. I mean, I feel like this is the combination of what you are both learning from each other. We have the Queen of Swords. The Ten of Wands. Two of Coins. I'm going to go like this. And the Two of Cups. You guys may be seeing 2, 2, 2. You also may be seeing 10, 10 a lot. The Queen of Swords. What are you both learning from each other through this experience? How to speak your truth. Okay. This Queen of Swords is very blunt and direct. Okay. But also what I'm feeling here with this Queen of Swords, because we have dogs again, back to the original Rider Tarot deck, okay, where he has a little yappy dog along the way, okay. That yappy dog is also a symbolism of the universe, because the universe is always yapping to you, okay. The differences, or the hard part is listening to them, because if you're living a regular human life and you're always working, going, don't know how to say no, putting other people before you, ... then it's hard to listen to that yappy dog that's trying to give you messages, okay? And that's the universe, but that's also representing their loyalty and commitment to you to help you get through this journey. The universe will follow through. I asked the universe for something, and I want to be honest, it was probably an egotistical something. And it was like the day before that this certain situation was going to happen, and it hadn't completely come to fruition. And I had finally just accepted defeat. Okay. But about a week later, or a couple of days later, I found out that what I had asked for, the universe did for me. They still followed through when I didn't completely trust. 10 of Wands. You're both learning how to navigate through the obstacles, through the burdens. So you're learning how to stop carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders, okay? Not everyone is your responsibility. You're both learning how to set those boundaries, how to say no. No is a complete sentence. This is you learning, okay? Your person learning. People, places, things, substances that are putting their energy out of balance, okay? Learning how to better manage your energy, your time, your resources. When knowing when it is the right time to close that door, when knowing when it's the right time to let that ship sail, planning. We have the Two of Cups. Choice. Knowing that whatever choice, whatever direction that you take, the universe is right there with you, okay? Right there with you both. Remember, again, the universe saying to you, let me love you. Mirroring that back to you. Okay? Your person mirrors this back to you. Let me love you. This is not meaning that that your person is literally saying, let me love you, okay? Soul to soul, let me love you. Why? Because you're worthy of that love. Again, what did the universe do for me? Charms, we have crossroads, we have a moon, again, namaste. The light in me sees the light in you. Let me love you. The number 2, connected to unconditional love, balance, harmony, choices, connections, partnership. This one didn't surprise me with the crown. I'm just going to put it on him right here, the Emperor. The starfish does not surprise me. Renewal, rebirth, awakening, healing. Okay, the starfish, when it loses its limb, its body naturally heals itself. Having faith and commitment on your healing journey. Okay, having faith that you, yourself, your body has the capacity to heal naturally without your ego complicating the healing process. If you are overwhelmed with your healing process, your ego is taking the lead. Your soul craves simplicity. Your ego craves to complicate this whole freaking journey so that it can keep you off balance. It can keep you feeling burdened. It can keep you from lacking boundaries and speaking your truth and gaining clarity. Here's that butterfly again. We already know. Transformation. Music. Music notes. Okay? Frequency. Music is a frequency. You both need different frequencies. There's tons of different hertz. I believe this morning I was listening to 937 hertz music. Okay? All music has different frequencies and healing frequencies, okay? I, listened to a lot of the 528 frequency when I was healing my physical body because it repairs and heals your DNA and RNA, okay? So, wow. Wow, wow, wow. So let's talk about the moon. So the moon is speaking of long-term changes that are coming, transitions. So long-term changes are coming, transitions are happening, changes are happening. Okay, there are some, this is connected to the feminine energy. So this could be the masculine starting to connect a little bit more frequently to the feminine energy. Okay, it's not natural for a masculine energy to always, and okay, let me revert back. It is natural for a masculine energy to connect to their feminine energy because we all embody the yin and yang. It's a natural state of being. But because of the egomaniac driven society that they have been brought up in, they've been anchored and rooted into this energy for, after generation and decades and, just like forever, they've been heavily in this energy for a long time. So for them to stay in their vulnerability for long periods of time, it's like almost excruciatingly painful, okay? And why is it excruciatingly painful for them? Because in that instance, they are experiencing the separation, okay? Separation from their wholeness. And when you are separated from your own divinity and from your own wholeness, you experience pain in your physical vehicle, because it's excruciating to feel the separation, okay, from your own self. And they're often rejecting that aspect of themselves because they have not been taught or allowed to express this part of themselves. Crossroads, making a major life decision. So there, and we have crossroads. We have the Two of Coins and the Two of Cups here. This is speaking about making a choice, okay? Balancing, decision making, okay? But there is a fear of moving. There's a fear of moving on, moving forward, okay? Forward momentum, forward movement. And that keeps them stuck because they're afraid of the unknown. All right. All right, guys. Gosh, I love you so much. And I will see you next week. Please remember to hit that subscribe button if you have enjoyed this reading. Leave a comment and hit that like button. Please be nice to my friend. Who's my friend? You are.